Hey guys, how's it going today? This is Bear here for Bear Trout Backcountry. I just want to do a quick video today on how to repair technical fabrics and silnylons. This will apply to puncture holes, small burn holes from embers, and maybe some 3 to 6 inch laceration cuts from knives or other sharp implements. Um, Comparatively to the oil canvases and other more robust materials that a lot of bushcraft people would prefer, the technical fabrics don't like to be around fire as much as a lot of those fabrics, but they do have their place in the hiking community, which I still employ them almost every time I go out. So a little bit of know-how on how to upkeep these useful and expensive fabrics is definitely a must, I think. So I'm just going to give you a quick demo on how to repair these in the field if you have to, and a very easy way to do it at home as well. Stay tuned, we'll get right into it. All right, guys. First off, I want to apologize for the seemingly awkwardness of this voiceover I have to do, as I somehow made the audio disappear for this clip in the editing process. So I'm going to do my best to work through what I did in this commentary. But as you can see, I'm pointing to a little black dot, which is a Sharpie mark I made that marks the exact location of the puncture hole we're fixing. And when I noticed it out in the bush, when I had it set up, I put a piece of duct tape on it. And then as soon as I got home, I took the duct tape off and put a Sharpie marker on there to permanently mark where I had to fix it. And that was about a couple of weeks ago, so now we're ready to get into it. Getting together the materials you'll need: some scissors, obviously, and then tenacious tape by Gear Aid. I really like this stuff. I use this stuff a lot for a variety of fixes on a variety of materials. It's a 4-inch wide tape that is completely transparent. It has a super aggressive adhesive on one side. You just peel the white paper backing off and it's completely transparent. I use that in combination with Aquaseal brand urethane sealant, which is another really good waterproof urethane sealant. That either one of these on their own, either Aquaseal or tenacious tape, would work good on their own for an indefinitely long fix. But when you use these in combination with each other, it's you pretty much can't lose. That is a forever fix, and you will have no problems with it, I guarantee you. So we start off by cutting about an inch square piece off of the tenacious tape for small puncture holes like the one we're fixing on this tarp. You want to overlap it by about an inch on all sides, so you just make a nice inch round cut out of the tape, and you'll be good to go. You want to make sure the area is nice and clean and wrinkle free. If you want to wash down the area quickly with alcohol to prepare the area, feel free to do that, but I didn't really have any debris in the area, so I didn't worry about that.
and then you just slap that sucker on. And the warmth from your hands is how you will start to kind of activate the adhesive on the tenacious tape. It'll take an hour or so for it to really set up. If you had to remove and move the area that you apply the tape, if you do that within the first minute or so, you could probably get away with it. But longer than that, you're going to be SOL. It's very, very sticky stuff. And if you try to pull it off after some time, you'll just kind of rip it apart. Or you'll probably damage the tarp more in the process. So once that's on there, it's on there. It ain't coming off. If you just stuck that on there alone, it would hold indefinitely. I don't even know how long it could last. And then, yeah, you just keep working that over until all the air bubbles are gone. And it'll just leave a little bit of a sheen, but you can't really notice it too much. And then next, we're going to get ready to apply the Aqua Seal, which is just one other little step I like to take to just make absolutely sure that this thing is going to be weatherproof for life. And if I remember correctly, the top was kind of stuck on the tube, so I'm kind of fumbling with it right now. But when I get that tube freed up, I'll start applying it to the edges of the tenacious tape patch first, overlapping the edges of that by 1/4 or 3/16 of an inch. Making sure I work it real good, making sure that tape is always going to be sealed up right at the edge. And then once I work my way around that patch, I will kind of fill in the center directly on top of the tenacious tape and just roughly smooth it out. And you don't gotta worry about getting too creative with keeping it perfectly dead flat and smooth, because the Aqua Seal will do it on its own. It will lay down nice and flat and even, and just leave a little bit of a pleasant sheen, and you'll hardly even notice it. It'll be completely transparent. But the Aqua Seal pretty much does all the work for you. You just gotta pretty much just spooge it on there. And that's really all there is to it. It's definitely not rocket science. But the thing I like about this fix is that you can do it in the bush just as easy as you can do it at home. It doesn't take up any weight or room in any of your packs or kits to carry a 4-ounce tube of Aqua Seal and a 2-foot roll of tenacious tape, and it's just a really, really good thing to have on you. And for these synthetic technical fabrics, I found it works really well. And I'll show you a fix that I already did on my Thermarest right after this.
All right, so this is an example of a previous fix that I've done. This fix is several months old, and I don't know if you can tell, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4 ember burn holes through my synthetic Thermarest Neo Air mattress here. I built a open face lean-to shelter for a winter camp out, and it kind of built it on a hillside, so I actually ended up sliding towards the fire. Ended up getting literally like 18 inches from the fire, and inevitably some embers popped off and went right through. But same process. There's 4 round pieces of tenacious tape, and then I sealed it in with Aqua Seal. And that Aqua Seal, I mean, that spreads down nice and thin and solid. it just about disappears. It just leaves a little bit of a sheen that you can see, but I mean, it is just so good. It just puts it up, and I have used this on countless campouts since then with no problem at all. This is a really good permanent fix, and it won't give you any problems. Okay, I want to thank you guys again for joining me on this quick video on how to repair small puncture holes in synthetics and technical fabrics. This will work even for long lacerations. Tenacious tape will do the trick for everything with a little bit of aqua seal to permanently seal it in. I want to thank you for joining me, and please check out our other YouTube videos, Bear Trout Backcountry on Instagram and YouTube, and please subscribe. We have some bonus content coming for subscribers only that we're diligently working on backlogging a bunch of content. So please, subscribers, stay tuned for that. That's the biggest way to help us and give us a bump that we need to do bigger and better things and go farther with this thing. So thank you guys a lot. We'll see you on the next one.